We are asked to simplify the expression by combining like terms. If not possible, write simplified. So the first problem we're going to consider is number 32 on page 29. We have 5z squared plus 3z plus 8z squared, and we're considering the terms, and we are checking if they are like terms. Remember, like terms are terms that have the same variable with the same power. So these first two terms are not like terms. They both have a z, but the first term has a power of 2 and the second term has a power of 1. We're now considering the first and third term. They both have a variable of z, and they both have a power of 2. So these two are like terms, and we can add the coefficients. 5 plus 8 is 13, z squared plus 3z. These two terms are not like terms. They both have a z, but the powers are different. We have a power of 2, and this term has a power of 1. So we are finished, and it is simplified. Let's look at number 7. We have 3x plus 7 parentheses 3x plus 4. PEMDAS tells us that we need to consider the parentheses first. So we're looking at the expression inside the parentheses, and we can see we cannot simplify it any further because the first term has an x and the second term does not have an x. Since we've considered the parentheses, we can now perform our multiplication. And what we're going to do here is distribute out the 7 times 3x and the 7 times 4. That gives us 3x plus 21x plus 28. Now we are considering if any of these three terms are like terms. Let's take a look at the first two. They both have an x, and they are both to the power of 1. So 3x and 21x are like terms, so we can add their coefficients. We can add the numbers in front of the x, and we'll be left with 24x plus 28. Looking at these two terms, we can see that they are not like terms. The first term has an x, the second term does not have an x. So this expression is simplified, and I'll put a box around it. Let's move on to question number 8. We have 3r plus 5r. We're looking at the two terms, and we're checking to see if they are like terms. Like terms have the same variable with the same power. We can see that both of these terms have the same variable r and the power of 1. So these are like terms. Let's go ahead and add the coefficients of the like terms, leaving us with 8r, and that is simplified. Problem number 34 on page 29 is 11 parentheses 4d plus 6 closed parentheses. We're looking at the expression in the parentheses, and we can see that we cannot simplify it any further. The first term has a d, the second term has a 6. So now that we've considered the parentheses, we can perform the multiplication. We are going to distribute out the 11 and multiply it by 4d, and we're going to distribute out the 11 and multiply by 6. Let's do that now. 11 times 4d is 44d. 11 times 6 is positive 66. Looking at our expression, the first term has a d, the second term does not have a d. So they are not like terms, and this expression is simplified.